Hi, this is Joel Persinger. I'm the gun guy. I'm out here at the P2K Range again, and we're going to be shooting on the indoor range today. As you can hear in the background, the Navy is practicing on the training range, and the shotgun range is busy, and so we'll be on the indoor range, which honestly is a great range. There's a 25-yard indoor pistol range here, as well as a 100-yard indoor rifle range. So we'll be on the indoor range shooting another cowboy gun. You know, it's a funny thing when you shoot a couple of cowboy gun videos, or you just talk about Derringers, for example. Somebody calls you up that's a buddy of yours and says, I've got one of those, or I've got 6 of those, or whatever. In any case, that's how I got my hands on this little Derringer. This is an Excam TA38 Derringer. I've seen these before. They were actually imported back in the 80s by a company called Excam that used to be in Hialeah, Florida. They've since gone belly up a long time ago. And they imported these little guns as well as a number of other ones. Now let's make sure it's unloaded. In order to do that with a Derringer, these little types of Derringers, you just swing that little opening bar over like that, and you can lift the barrels up, and you can actually see there's nothing in them. Now these guns, if you've ever seen one, were very cheaply made. They're not what I would call a fine firearm in any way, shape, or form. The barrels are steel, which is a good thing, but the frame is kind of a pot metal. I don't even think it's aluminum. It's just more of a pot metal type frame. And the grips are plastic. You know, you can still get parts for them. I did a little research on them. It's interesting. You can still get parts for these, which I found fascinating. I thought there's no way, but you can get parts for them. And if you got one and it doesn't shoot right, gee, if you've got a screwdriver and a punch, a little flathead screwdriver and a punch, you can take this whole gun apart and put it back together in probably 15 minutes. I mean, it's not particularly fancy or anything. It's real simple to take them apart and put them back together. If they're working, they shoot pretty well, but I would suggest you put just light cowboy loads or target loads in them. They're 38 special. I would not shoot plus Ps or defensive ammunition in them. They're just not built to handle that, and they're going to shoot loose and fall apart pretty quick because they're not made very well. This one is in pretty darn good shape. I mean, I think when they were new, they sold for 50 or 60 bucks. Might be worth, I don't know, 100 bucks as of the date of this video if it's in really, really good shape and you find somebody that wants one for some reason. But certainly not something I would ever carry for self-defense unless it's the only gun you have and you don't have any choice. In which case I would say, you know, the old rule is any gun is better than no gun at all, but in this case that probably just barely qualifies. You might be better with a big knife or something, or a baseball bat, but they will go bang. I don't know how reliably. So I'm going to take some light loads. We're going to go on the indoor range and shoot it, and we'll find out, and then we'll come back and talk about it just a little bit more. Keep your fingers crossed. Maybe it'll go bang each and every time. Well, as you can see, these things are a lot of fun to shoot. I really like Derringers, and I like cowboy guns anyway. You know, I'm old enough, I grew up when John Wayne was really popular, and you know, reading Louis L'Amour books and that kind of stuff. He's one of my favorite authors, so I really like anything that has to do with cowboys, and this qualifies as a cowboy gun as far as I'm concerned. And it's a lot of fun to shoot. Now, would I depend on it for my life? No. It's not reliable. It's not made well. As I said, the frame is just pot metal. The parts are going to wear out really fast. I wouldn't put powerful ammunition through it. I'd stick with, you know, target loads at the most. Cowboy loads, really light cowboy loads would be better, and then the gun will last you for a while. And you can pick them up for a song. I mean, you see them at the gun show or something, or you see them in a pawn shop or whatever, and you can pick them up for next to nothing. And if you need parts, if you search around at some of the major antique or old gun parts houses, you can get parts for them. And like I said, you could repair it yourself if you had a flat screwdriver and a punch, and 15 or 20 minutes to do it. And they're real easy to take apart. The only complicated part is the hammer, which I think has got about 4 parts in it. You just want to make sure you put it back exactly the way you took it apart. And other than that, pretty darn simple little gun. the Excam TA38 Special Derringer. Not made anymore as far as I know, certainly not imported into the United States anymore. Probably made in Argentina or maybe Italy and imported by Excam of Hialeah, Florida, which is now an X company because they folded and went belly up, I think back in 1990. Anyway, that's it. Thank you very much for watching my videos. I'm really grateful that you do. I appreciate it. Please like, subscribe, share us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, all those wonderful places on the internet so we can grow the channel. It's growing like a weed, and it's all because of you. I'm super grateful that you watch, and I'm super grateful that you share our videos. Thank you very, very much. And if you would please join the National Rifle Association. They're fighting like mad to save our gun rights, and as you know, unless you live in a cave, our gun rights are under attack constantly, and probably more so now than ever before. The NRA needs your help. I'm going to put a link for you right here so that you can do that. It'll take you to a spot on our website where you can save a little money and you can join the NRA for less than the cost of one box of ammunition for a year. Save a little money and join a group of people who think just like you, who want to have their Second Amendment rights intact. I'm out here in California where we really need your help, and if you're in a state like mine, like New Jersey or Connecticut or a place like that, you probably need a lot of help too, and the NRA is there to help you. Anyway, enough about that. Thank you again for watching. Have a great week and be safe.